Hello 3AA3. Today I'm here with Allan Hewick, registered physiotherapist and acupuncturist, and also the author of Anatomical Acupuncture. So Allan, what's the most common number of treatments and how long do people need treatment for?
It varies depending on the individual's problem and their assessment, but most people have between 12 and 20 treatments, normally for 3 or 4 weeks.
And what's the most common treatment for acupuncture?
Well, I'm a physiotherapist, so I treat orthopedic problems. So most people that I do it for would be things like whiplash, headaches, anything with muscle spasms.
Okay. And what do you think of government coverage for acupuncture?
Well, there is, right now, the coverage is through private benefits, and that really varies depending on the insurance company that provides the benefits. It's inadequate, like most private coverages, and for the most part, people are either going to pay out of their pocket or probably have a very sort of a partial recovery based on the money that's covered.
Do you think it's important for the government to support acupuncture?
It's definitely cheaper than supporting medications. So if they were going to take the less expensive option, they could cover acupuncture and cut back on medications, which of course have side effects. Acupuncture does not.
Okay, great. Thanks for that information. If the government were to hypothetically cover $700 worth of acupuncture treatment, how far do you think that would get people?
Probably the average treatment cost as a physiotherapist doing acupuncture and other treatment is $60, so that would get them, whatever that is, 13 to 15 treatments.
Okay.
So that would make a significant impact on how much medication someone was using, whether it's Tylenol or a muscle relaxant, or whether it's then time off work. Probably there'd be a savings involved just from that $700 would trickle down to other areas.
And why do you think there are so few studies on acupuncture?
Well, acupuncture is hard to do the most quality study, which is a randomized clinical trial where both the researcher and the patient are blind to what the intervention is. Because you can't trick a patient to not knowing whether or not they're having acupuncture like you can with a pill, it eliminates that quality of study. You then have to do something like a prospective study where you treat people, see if they get better, then have a control group of similar illnesses and not treat them and see if they don't get better. And then the statistics have to come out at the end.
How successful do you think acupuncture is?
Well, we know that acupuncture works by activating the endorphin system. Endorphins are an opiate, and that's been proven by a chemical called naloxone, which is an opiate receptor blocker, which found that when you give a patient the opiate receptor blocker, acupuncture does not work. And when they're not taking the blocker, it does work. But for the most part, we know that by functional results, based on people who've tried many other things with no result, and then suddenly they start getting results. So this is, of course, it's not magic. You have to pick the right condition for the right treatment, and acupuncture is no exception. There's a lot of things that I wouldn't bother doing it on, but over the years you find out which things are worth trying, which are not.
Which things would you not try?
I would not try it on, say, any problem where a joint has degenerative changes, which are the main feature of the person's pain. I wouldn't try it on a condition which did not have any feature of inflammation or muscle spasm. Of course, my scope of practice as a physiotherapist is treating orthopedic problems. So I could look in a Chinese medicine book and find probably an acupuncture protocol for almost any problem, but I treat things that people come to me for. So that's been my experience.
Great. Well, thank you so much. That's a lot of useful information for us.
You're welcome.